5 at Belmont jumps at 3:35. It's the Iron Jack handicap over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Alcina, last seen at Belmont.
They're being followed further back behind them to Euphonious Alcina, and then came Heavenly Affair hooking to the extreme outside. It's Angry Annie, quickly challenged by I'm Icy at the 200 mark, and I'm Icy grabbed the lead. The run coming here on the inside for the Fugazi, and Heavenly Affair sprouting wings on the outside. It's the Fugazi in front from Heavenly Affair, who wanted to duck in, and the Fugazi will be too good. It's the Fugazi first up from Heavenly Affair.
3 consistent starts in a row now for Alcina, and all 3 of those it's been ridden just slightly off pace. The horse has shown gate speed previously, but I think this event does seem to look suitable for it if it goes back into the field once more from gate 8. It's been able to run some impressive late splits, and the 1,000 metres looks perfect for it. It's got the highest last start figure, and there's just a few little queries here with some of the on-speed brigade. So if it finds that momentum coming around the turn and they can make a bit of ground, pretty confident Alcina should be able to finish strongest in this event. Second pick is the 7, Angry Annie. It's another horse, it's probably, out of all of the on-speed horses, the one that should be able to handle and lead the strongest going through the line. And we've seen it a few times so far on this card. It's another horse that had to suffer a mid-race slowdown there last start. This was between the 800 to the 600. It was a bit stop start and then tied over the last 200. But we've seen Brodie Kirby lead on some horses recently to good effect. Third pick is the 2, which is ATM. Just seems to map perfectly from gate 5. It was dominant there last start at Pinjarra down the straight. And again, once it finds itself in that position, it should be able to go through the line strong. Fourth pick is the 1, which is Imperial Venus, who will probably improve with a little bit more fitness, but it did put itself into the race there last start. It seemed to peak with about 150 metres to go, but previous preparation, form over the 1,000 metres suggests that ratings won't be too far off winning this. On top in race 5 is the 8 Alcina from 7 Angry Annie, 2 ATM and 1 Imperial Venus. Race 6 at Belmont jumps at 4:10. It's a Schweppes handicap over 2,100 metres, and we'll head down to Pinjarra once more to have a look at the most recent performance of Magic Las Vegas.
Attack led the way on the outside. Magic Las Vegas. Pike bides his time with British Bessie, just working now through the gears and lets her down now. In behind them, Butley Lad into the clear comes Zara Tight. Magic Las Vegas reaches the lead though. Magic Las Vegas, a length Zara Tight. British Bessie, here comes Lenny down on the rail. Magic Las Vegas, here comes Lenny, but it's Zara Tight. Zara Tight goes to them now in the late stages.
We've seen it in prior preparations with Magic Las Vegas. Once the horse finds full fitness, it just starts to run very consistently and usually on pace as well. Looks like it should be able to lead this event from gate 7. There's not necessarily too much more speed there up front, so if Christy Bennett can just get the horse out of the gates in timely fashion, it should be able to roll forward. And if it can do what it did there last start, it was just nailed late by Zaratite, but past the post it was back and front, and obviously Zaratite's come out and won in town since then. So Magic Las Vegas does seem to tick a few boxes, and I think it should be able to get a race to suit here. Second pick is the 7 Delta Bell. It was scratched from the feature race on Saturday for this, so that's probably a good indication that the horse has just been set for something a little bit easier, avoiding the stablemate and then obviously eventual winner, Rivalry Galore. But from gate 9, it should be able to settle just worse in midfield. It showed a great turn of foot there late at Pinjarra to pick up that field and was just dominant late. So it's probably the horse to be beating in this field. Third pick is a 9, Plead the Fifth. It seems to map a bit better here from gate 4. And if it can just roll forward, get an easy time of things up front, but not too easy. I'm not sure the horse necessarily appreciates slow tempo, but if it's just a little bit stronger than what it was last start, I think it can finish off a bit better. Fourth pick is the 4, which is Altamont, who doesn't win out of turn, but I think will be better suited with a bit more firmness in the track. The last 2 starts have been on soft. It again draws a bit sticky, but it will have claims running down the outside. On top in race 6 is the 1 Magic Las Vegas from 7 Delta Bell, 9 Plead the Fifth and 4 Altamont. That brings us to the last. It's race 7 at Belmont, jumping at 4:45, the Furphy handicap over 1,300 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Lickety Split, last seen at Belmont.
On the track, and still there is Apollo, followed by Lickety Split, who's back in the centre. Just behind them, Buck Torio as they come down inside the 250, and here's Kakadu right down the outside from Black Shadow. Inside the 250, Apollo fighting on the inside, Perceive, Lickety Split, and then came on the outside, Kakadu. Perceive fights back strongly from Lickety Split and Apollo. Perceive's in front though for Parnham, and Perceive has won from Lickety Split, Apollo.
Thought there was merit to this run from Lickety Split. It jumped well, was ridden with intent, ended up outside the leader in 3rd position. and then suffered a mid-race slowdown from the 800 to the 600, became a line of 4, and then kept going through the line particularly well. So I thought that performance was overall quite impressive, and it seems to map particularly well here once more. From gate 6, if it begins clean, it should be able to settle just behind the Andes or on the outside of it. And again, just with that horse just having a few little queries, it doesn't necessarily win out of turn D'Andes. Lickety Split can be strong going to the line once more. Second pick is the 1, which is Get Over It. The horse last start was bustled up. It ended up 3 wide without cover and tired late, but I thought the trials had merit before that. Seems to map particularly well from gate 5, and last preparation it was running some strong figures, particularly late in its races. Third pick is the 8, which is False Statement. It's clearly the horse to beat in terms of overall figures, but gate 1, I'm just not sure it's actually suitable for the horse. We'll have to negotiate a bit of traffic. Might end up box seat, might end up 3 back defence. We'll need a little bit of luck as a result. Fourth pick is a 6, Baron Bostock, who was heavily supported there last start to favouritism, but just got itself into an awkward position. Got a bit too far back and running, seemed to float back there early in the race, and really was just out of contention when D'Andes kicked away. On top in race 7 is the 5, Lickety Split, from 1, Get Over It, 8, False Statement, and 6, Baron Bostock. Best bets at Belmont: race 1, number 1, Uni Time; race 4, number 1, Early Explorer. That's all from us here at Perth Racing. If you'd like to keep up to date, stay in touch via our website or on social media. Until later in the week, I'm Pete Anthonus. Good punting and go well.